Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm finally in something just a little bit different than the Mountaintop Coffee Company hoodie that I've been wearing for a very long time. But I'm still repping the hat, so it's all good. There's actually a whole little intro that I did about this, but that's actually being saved for something special. This isn't going to be, I need to stop saying that this isn't going to be a typical vlog entry, because you know what? A vlog entry is a vlog entry. We are in the van. The channel's called Van Life Plus Movies. There's a whole bunch of movies right up there in that shelf that I built. But no, so I am just about to have a bite to eat. It's a little late. I usually like to intermittent fast, which means that I usually only eat between noon and 8 p.m. It's way later than that right now. But I had a busy day today, doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I got my cooler today. So lots of stuff is happening. And actually, I guess we could talk about it right now. I'll move this real quick. See, I got it down here. It's a White Rock cooler. It's a brand that I found online, and I'm gonna do a whole video about it after I've had it for a little bit. I'm a little concerned because I put 2 bags of ice in it already, and it's starting to melt, but the instructions do say that it should have been pre-chilled and this, that, and the other thing, and it should be filled to the brim, blah, yada, 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 yada. I'll talk about that in that video. I'm just super excited to be able to have stuff. So now I've got stuff like, I still can't cook in here. Sad. But I've got deli meats and cheeses and mayos and mustards and beer. And this is very important. And actually the only person that may care will be my cousin. But back in my oil change video, which actually might have been the video that came out right before this, I stopped at a craft beer store here in town, and I found a couple of them, and this was a cream ale that I found. And I just got back from BC from my trip with my cousin out there, and we had a bunch of Mount Begbie cream ales, which were delicious. So I wanted to give this one a try. It's called Raven Cream Ale, and it is from the R&B Brewing Company in Vancouver. So we're really supporting local today with the cooler and the beer. After a weekend of only drinking like pale ales and IPAs, that's real good. And I made myself a delicious sandwich, which I now realize I probably should have eaten before I started rolling the camera. That's awkward. Hang on, I'm gonna eat this. No. You know it's gonna take too long, I'm gonna be up all night. I'm already feel like I'm gonna be up all night with what I wanna do. So I will just edit around me eating like this. Watch. Come on, you were supposed to edit around it. That's better. Okay. So what I wanted to do today, I wasn't even gonna do it. I was just gonna do it. And then I did it kind of the other day when I was driving back with my dad. I started peeking through this thing. And what it is it's, oh, here. Matthew, Play School, etc. Keepsakes. This was a box that ended up going back and forth with me to BC a couple times, and then I ended up leaving it in Sanctuary for the first 2 weeks of my van life. And then I, of course, saw it there when I was just there. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bring it back with me. I'm going to go through it because I shouldn't just be burdening Byron with this extra box in his garage. Plus, it might be cool. And then I peeked through it on the drive, and the first thing I pulled out was a short story that I had written forever ago. Like something like I was 10 or 11 years old. I dedicated it, which was cool. Anyways, I had completely forgotten about the story, and it was seeing the dedication that immediately what made me go, "Aw, what a nerd." But then it also was like, frick, I should be filming this because that might be kind of cool. Like, so when I said at the beginning, this isn't going to be like a traditional vlog, which I also said I need to stop saying. This is just me. I'm going to be going through a box of my keepsakes. I'll edit and make it go as quickly as I can. But at the same time, I might get lazy and just throw this up there of me going through a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, we'll start with that stuff that I figured, that thing that I already spoiled it on for myself. Wait, where was it? Okay. Nope, that's not it. Where did it go? There we go. So, no, it wasn't that. It was this. Now, first of all, look at this. I remember with coil binding, I remember in school we had one of those machines that could just do it. And I've got like these laminate inserts or whatever. You can just stick the pages inside. But yeah, so this was what I wrote. Tremors 3, Day of Domination? Yeah, which is kind of funny. I need to figure this out. Day of Domination. Does it have the first thing I flipped to is the back like inside cover. And I liked, I don't know, I guess ripping off is the best thing, or inspiration, right? I did that to a lot of comic books and novels when I was young. I loved to use structure that already existed and kind of make it my own. So on the inside cover, I have a blurb about what the story's about. And then down in the corner, I wanted $5 US for this, which made it $6 Canadian. Anyway, it's oh my god, look at it. It's script. Like it's, what is that, longhand? It's on unlined paper, so I don't know if you can see, but yeah, buddy. Oh, it's funny that it's Tremors 3, because I guarantee you at this point, I think I had probably only seen, and it may have only come out, was Tremors 1. God, was that one of the movies that I kept? Oh, I don't think so. And you gotta make sacrifices when you move into a van. Little did I know that there would be 8 of these movies altogether thus far. Pretty sure the last one that came out was the 8th frickin' one. But anyways, yeah, and then here's one more thing on the inside cover. Other books by Matthew Allen. Blade, Demon House, Slowcan's Rage, Lindsay will remember that, Space Being, and Why Hiccups Are Bad. Okay. And this is what got me and kind of inspired me to do this. And for those of you that have been like following along on my channel quite intimately, you'll know immediately. I dedicate this book to Mike Warman. Friends forever. Mike, if you're watching, I'm sorry I just embarrassed you, but wow. I wish I had discovered that on film, because the reaction I felt inside me when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, don't. Because there's no recall. There is zero recall of writing this, or even writing any of the book. Well, here's a little preview. If I do decide to do dramatic readings of this, here's what this is about. The worms are back, and it's up to Val and Earl to stop them. In an open area, somewhere outside of Mexico, a man is pulled to his doom by a creature under the earth. The government calls in 2 specialists to take care of the problem. But before the weekend is over, the greatest threat to man will have gotten its revenge. I mean, I'd probably just wait for the movie. But I love that I did Val and Earl, which were the characters that Kevin Bacon and, oh my goodness, I can't remember his name right now. Those are the 2 characters from the very first movie, and Kevin Bacon was never in another Tremors movie. I think he showed up in the TV show that they tried to launch. Could be wrong. The guy that played Earl, I cannot believe I'm blanking on his name right now. He showed up in Tremors 2, and then ever since then, it's only been Michael Gross that's returned. Obviously, stuff like this I need to keep, because at the very least, I can show Brooklyn what a big freaking nerd her dad was. And it gets better. Remember how I said other books by Matthew Allen? Well, there's Blade. I think it is completely unrelated to the Marvel superhero. And there is Demon House. That guy looks naked. Oh, it's a demon. Wow. Oh, I have notes from my teacher in this one. Matt, catchy beginning, interesting illustrations. You're able to carry the story from chapter to chapter quite effectively. Well done. Yeah, let's just encourage it. This dedication is here in this book is, this book is for my big brother, the one who turned me on to horror. That's what I wrote. I'm not even kidding. So apparently these are horror stories. And there's 2 of them in here. They're not very long, but there are pictures. I was quite the artist. And then there was another one. Oh, there's 2 more. What is this? Tommy and the Story of Trees. Yikes. Okay, I'm starting to think that this, hang on, I dedicate this book to all of you who wonder. Probably before I had any friends. Just kidding. Oh, what? That's, oh no, it's just stuck on. I thought it was photocopied on there. I was like, damn, you go. I'm going to get that. Look at this. The end, spoilers, we read this later, but there's whatever the hell that thing is, an angel werewolf saying, I'm going to get that fucking kid, but I just used a bunch of, well, there's a skull and crossbones, stars, squiggly lines, an X, and a square for the word, you know. This is what I was making a big thing about. About the author, Matthew Allen was born in Sundance, Calgary, Alberta on October 5th, 1984. He likes to draw and likes Lego. That's what I look for in my authors. He has 1 brother named Byron. He is 4. Matthew is the author of The Skull, JPC Junction Park. Oh, JP bracket Junction Park. The hell is that? And that's it. I have 1 brother named Byron. Yet at the beginning, oh wait, was it in that book that I did? He's 4. If Byron was 4, I was 10. And that's what I was. Look at that photocopied picture. That's a great. You see the resemblance? And it's worth a lot because I signed it. What is this? A spaceship? Probably me. And there's the werewolf before he became an angel. Jacob Jakubek. Oh, I had a friend, a little Polish boy. That's how I knew him. And that's how I just remembered him when he came up in conversation between my mom and I a few months back. I remembered Jake. It says edited by him. Baloney, but that's kind of cool. All right, anyway, there's that one. And then there was one more that I found. Oh, this one is top secret. And we've got a very scholarly looking bloodhound guarding it. And only I have the key. Oh, this is not a story. Welcome to our student-led conferences. Social studies. One thing I would like you to notice about my various maps is how well I displayed my legend and not how I spelled the word displayed, which is spelled D-E-S. So this is all just like feedback, I guess. Love your creativity and enthusiasm. Spelling, 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 spelling. I know this won't mean anything to anybody else, but if you're watching, Dad, that looks like your writing. You've got some splaining to do. What's supposed to be like, bring it home. I want to have a bite of this. Uh-oh. We're about to get a peek behind the curtain. Reflect and respond. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Please take a few more minutes to answer these questions. Number 1, do you have a better understanding of your child's school experience? Please explain how the conferences have helped. This is my parents giving feedback to Willow Park Elementary after a parent-teacher conference night, probably. Anyways, this is my mother's writing now. Gives good insight into his work. However, most I have seen at home or at least heard about from Matthew. Gives child a chance to show and explain his environment away from home. So I wasn't keeping anything from my parents. What have you learned about your child? Is very enthusiastic about school and about showing, she put in quotes, his stuff. Still needs work in his spelling, as I just pointed out, and neatness, seems to understand and have good knowledge of his projects, etc. Thanks, Mom. You didn't raise the dummy. Just somebody who couldn't spell. This is my dad. So those 2 responses were my mom. This is my dad. Do you have any comments, thoughts, or suggestions about student-led conferences? Uh-oh. I am not particularly impressed as it all seemed quite disorganized and scattered. Not really sure if child is experiencing any problems or any real successes. Perhaps a half and half would be better. Child take 15 minutes to show parents 1 or 2 things that he's doing and then spend 5 or 10 minutes with teacher going over any concerns. Yeah, you get him, Dad. You restructure the shit out of this. Legend plays? What? Why I chose this piece. This is me. I chose it because we were working in groups and I feel a little more confident when I'm with other people. Yeah, we nailed it on the head that my spelling was horrible. So this is all just wham. I learned how to write a proper story, but not spell because I spelled story, R-I-E. Example, how to write a story with beginning, middle, end. Best part of this was Dad just tearing them a new one. And they barely tear them a new one. And he barely tore them a new one. I'm just saying, I'm not particularly impressed. Love it. All right, so that was just feedback. That's crazy. Why in the hell did I bind this and laminate it? I'm super proud of this. Here's high school grades. Oh, this I may cut. There's certain things in a keepsake box you just don't need to keep. I didn't really give a shit in school. Like, I did like the bare minimum. I like drama, in case you couldn't tell, and computer sciences or whatever. And I could type really fast. Everything else was kind of like, ugh. What is this? Oh, there's a bunch of photos in here too. Oh, you know what's funny? I'll see if I can find it next time I'm out there. Look at that hot piece of guy. Hell yeah, I don't even mind. The hat is what I was talking about because I believe Byron has that hat. That was our grandfather's captain's hat. And that's, I'm pretty sure, Echo Lake. Oh, there's me and my grandpa. It was the day before my birthday. A day before I turned 1, according to the date on the back. That's Grandpa and me. I got a lot of those photos in here. See, flash forward. There's Grandpa and me getting taught how to fish. I better put a card up here for a real good video from this past summer where y'all should go watch. Look how happy I am that I caught those fish. Yeah, now go watch that video. Yikes. And there's pictures of Lindsay here too. I'm not going to share them. She may not want me to, but it's her playing baseball. Yeah, we were both baseball kids. Oh, look at this. Beach. This is cool because I'm a little older here. What am I, 3 years old? But Brooklyn just started, she just passed her first little parents and taught swimming lessons with her mom. And there's me and my mom in the pool. So happy about it. I still need her to hold me like that when I swim. And then here I've got all of these badges from all of the swimming lessons that I took. I love the pool. Didn't give a shit about my high school classes, but man, did I like the water. It looks like I lost 2 of the badges, but there's my dolphin and my swimmer badge. Anybody else remember those badges? Another picture of Grandpa and the, I don't think it probably wasn't his first boat. It was the first boat that he had that I know. It's the boat I learned to drive, the boat I learned to ski behind, I think. Yeah. Whoa, I got a badge for 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters of what? No idea. Probably swimming. We may have to split this up. The real reason I wanted to go through this is because I didn't want this box floating around in the van. especially now that I got the cooler. This box was where the cooler is, and like space be limited. And this box is packed top to bottom. What is this? So I drew this last week. It's beautiful. Don't judge me. Matthew's first church drawing, June 8th, 1986, 20 months old. You know, I've been saying this a lot lately because I've been running into more people with kids, obviously. And I always say to them, like when they ask me, how old is your daughter? And I'll tell them 17 months, 18 months, 16 months, whatever. Right now, she's 17 months. Don't judge me. We always kind of start the dialogue. And then I say, you know, I always told myself I was never going to say the months, you know? I hated that. How old is your kid? 36 months old. Now, I haven't met a lot of people that do that, but you do hear all the way up to 24. And I'm hoping at 2 years old, I do stop it. But it's, when they're 1 to 2, you have to, because so much changes that, so I see that my mom wrote 20 months on there. Brooklyn, you got 2 months and a bit to get to that level of drawing. Challenge accepted. In those months, there's such amazing, incredible change that you watch your kid go through that you kind of have to say it by months, and other parents just know. Oh, junior high grade cards. Grade cards? Report cards. Farewell 1999, unforgettable. You are invited to the grade 9 farewell ceremonies for students of R.T. Alderman Junior High School. The ceremonies will commence at 6 p.m. in the Lord Beaverbrook High School Gymnasium. A reception will follow at R.T. Alderman at 8 p.m. and a dance at 8:30. Tickets will go on sale. Just gotta make their money. I don't know if I went to that. I definitely probably didn't go to the dance because junior high, those were the rough years, especially grade 8. If I could burn grade 8 out of my brain, I would. These marks are much better. So it goes to show that when I hated life and didn't have a lot of friends, not that I had a lot of friends in high school, but my grades were higher. Then I got to junior high, became a little bit of a class clown, had my fairly large social circle of like the core 8. Scores went down. Okay, so I blame Mike, Ryan, John, Lisa, Ashley, Jenna, and Joanna. It's all your fault that I didn't do good. Kidding. Well, it's my photo. We probably paid for it. And I have an appreciation for it because this is what I was doing before. I don't really know if I've talked about my job at Life Touch much. When I lost my job, I was a yearbook sales rep, so I wasn't in the photography division anymore. It's not really division, but anyways. Right before I moved into that, I was a group photographer, and I loved it. Group photography is so much fun. Boom! Look at this. I can still name quite a handful of these people. Can't find myself, apparently. It's right there. It's right there. That's me. Right up at the tippy top of the mountain. And I'm pretty sure the little boy I just talked about that edited my book, Jacob, that was him, my little Polish friend. That's bringing back memories. I haven't seen this one. It's funny because Mike's not in this photo. Yeah, no, grade 5 and 6, we were in different classes. Remember how much we hated that? Well, there's another one. Grade 5 and 6. Wait, what? 95 to 96, 94 to 95. Right, split grades. See if I can recognize anybody that watches my channel. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh my God. You ever look at photos like this? It's like people you haven't talked to since then, but all of a sudden you see their face and you can just picture what they look like as an adult and everything comes rushing back. That was a lot of thoughts right there. Wow. It's all coming back. That's crazy. My hair just took a beating. Why did Mom let me go to school wearing a Pizza 73 t-shirt?